Welcome back. Micah and Michael here, and we wanted to cover a mistake you should never make, and that one is don't ever assume that you can do this business 9 to 5.
You can't.
It's a 24/7 business.
Yeah, I mean, so a lot of you who are watching this either have been in the business a little while or maybe even thinking about getting into the business. And the brutal reality of this business is that it is 24/7.
24/7.
You're in the hospitality business, you're in the travel industry. People are calling you at all hours of the night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't tell you how many people I've had call me at 11 or 12 or even 1 in the morning. They're going to call you on Saturday mornings. They're going to call you Sunday evenings. And, that doesn't mean, though, that you have to be 24/7.
Right.
It just means you have to set parameters in your business like anything else. And those are some things we'll teach you. But I think more importantly is don't rely on the fact that you think this is just another 9 to 5, that you can stroll in at 9 o'clock, leave at 5, and that the phone's going to ring,
right.
and you're going to send out a mailer or two here, and people are just going to flood the gates and want to work with you. It's really, really important that you start wrapping your mindset around that this is a 7-day-a-week kind of business and opportunity, but more importantly, as you set those parameters and you set your schedule and you manage your time efficiently and effectively, it doesn't have to be 24/7, but keep in mind you will work weekends and you will work nights.
Especially in the growth phase.
Growth phase, correct.
Over time as you get staff and those sort of things, you obviously rotate those responsibilities. And I'm sure people are like, holy crap, what did I get myself into?
Well,
but the reality is, while it's a 24/7 business, there's a few things that you can do to kind of protect yourself from getting burned out. One, you don't have to answer every reservations call at all times of the night.
Correct.
Okay, so you can set like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for reservations, and then maybe monitor emails if it's a hot lead and you really need it to book, then call them, whatever. But reservations, you can kind of box that up and just have a good process around that. You can also do that with owner acquisition strategies. So, owners, you should train them from the very beginning that there's certain office hours unless it's an emergency. And so while I would still answer their calls if there are owners and they need something, when they're in the prospect phase, have an air of professionalism. So stop answering the phone at some point, let them go to voicemail, maybe text them back or email them back and say, hey, I'm with my family, I'll call you at X time tomorrow.
Sure.
And then the ones you can't avoid. You can't avoid the emergencies because sometimes they're fire,
They're
flood,
just gonna happen.
freeze. Emergencies are going to happen. So, there was a 9-year period literally where my phone has been on and available every single night unless I absolutely knew that somebody else could handle it. And so that's the fortunate part about scaling your business is you get a partner, somebody running operations, or a trusted manager, and you can swap that out. And then the other one that you can't really avoid is you're still a customer service business that happens to manage properties. And so while answering the phone at midnight to talk to somebody through a process may not feel like it's important to you, you should probably build processes around doing so because at the end of the day, that could literally get you a 1-star review. Now, there's some ways you can handle that. You can let them go to voicemail, and if it's truly superfluous, like I can't figure out which channel's HBO, call them in the morning. But if they're calling and they have a legitimate concern and it's just a phone call for you, or maybe the refrigerator's not working and so you don't want their food to spoil.
Correct.
Things like that. Like you need to handle those things. So I used to, when I did it all by myself, I would let it go to voicemail after say about 8 o'clock. And I had voice to text, and so I could just read it. This one's important for customer service. I'm going to call them back. And so you just need to be kind of aware of those things and alert. My encouragement to you is as this industry has matured, there are third-party companies that will do this for you.
There are.
And then they will call you when it goes past the scope you write then.
And the price to do that is very minimal, actually. And it just, again, it looks like you're a much bigger company with a bigger team and, you're much more professional.
And don't be afraid of the call center thing, making your business not seem personal. Heck, it's after hours. Like Michael said, it makes your company look big. Check out the other lessons on dispatch department and guest relations department. We cover how to build these processes around the 24/7 nature of the business to protect you as the owner or manager of these businesses so you can train other people to handle problems and escalate them to you so that you're in a 24/7 business doing a great job but not dying.
I love it.
All right, thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you at the next lesson.